a special limited edition color drop in the grass piece, a brand new jerkbait from Nishine, and the next limited edition Respect Series color drop from Megabass is here. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle.
Oh, what a stud.
Yeah. Look at that.
That was sick.
Woo!
Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. All right, guys, some breaking news. What's new this week at the Hookup Tackle?
What a beautiful post-spawn fish.
Look at that.
Look at that cut on that.
That's a nice fish.
Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being joined this fine, beautiful, torturously hot Sunday morning by my buddy Jeffrey the King. Jeff,
It's a little warm.
it's really good to see you.
You are back from the lands beyond time.
I brought you a special gift.
You brought it straight from Japan?
Yes,
No way.
for you.
Wow.
You have to cheers me.
This will sit
With an
in
open
my
can.
refrigerator for the next
No. It's a
20
gift.
years or something.
You can't
Oh, I want
do
to
that
cherish
in a
it.
gift.
It's a gift.
No, there's more for you to cherish. This one's just for you to drink.
Well, this one was hand gifted to me from Ben, so I get to keep this one on my shelf.
Jeff, you still suck.
I see.
Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday.
Just so you know,
Oh,
I've changed my ways. I don't drink Japanese beer. Only Pacifica.
only Pacifico.
Yeah, it's the best beer out there.
So if I would have handed you a Pacifico, you're drinking it.
Quite possibly.
Okay. Jeff, is there anybody else who can film this episode? Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having an amazing weekend. We have an exciting weekend of drops, some super sick drops happening this weekend that I've been anxiously waiting. A couple things I brought back from Japan. I was in Japan last week, so thank you guys for being kind to Griff and Jeff. How was it without me, Jeff?
Amazing. It was quiet. It was peaceful. I think Griff got a little bit taller too.
Well, that's good. He's a growing boy. Yeah. Cheers. All right, let's jump right to it. Okay. I did bring you something nice from Japan. I brought you a gift, an actual gift, not a beer that I knew you wouldn't drink.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I'll get to it. Let's talk about lures
Oh.
first. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. The next limited edition Respect Series color drop. This is a banger for me. It's going to be a banger for a lot of you. Jeff, why don't you spoil the surprise? Okay. Take it away. All right, Jeff, you still have it.
I'm getting a little rusty, but we get there.
Okay, well, let's talk about this dude. So, SK, this is the Respect Series color drop from Megabass this month. SK is one of those colors that's been around since the late 90s. This is a color that was originally designed for topwater baits that they've done occasionally in like a Dog X, in a Pop Max, but essentially it is a full clear bait with kind of like this pearl skeleton body on it, just a slight hit of orange scaling on the top, orange dot on the bottom. SK is an acronym for Spook Killer, and the idea was in clear water when the fish get really spooky. This is a color that you could still, you know, put in their zone, and if they shy away from other traditional colors, this is a color that will still catch those spooky fish, and it's dope, right? So here's the cool thing about this. For the first time ever in Respect, we're seeing some of these baits drop. Not just the first time ever in SK, which most of these baits are, but period. Okay, so for instance, I'm holding an Itovision 110+1.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, in SK. Okay, so let's walk through these baits. This is a one-time offering of this color. If it speaks to you, scoop them up. This is gonna fly. Okay, so definitely scoop these up if it speaks to you. So they are gonna be available while supplies last in a 110+1, in a Mega Dog X.
That's wild.
This is a crazy one
wild
for me.
one.
The color was designed for spooky clearwater fish, and then they make it in the biggest topwater bait that they make. It's a loud, big, giant. I don't know why.
Much.
I don't know why we could do like an ice slide
Right.
or something like finessey, but hey, Mega Dog X.
Hey, it is.
Yeah, I mean it looks great in it. It just it's funny, right? So Mega Dog X, followed up by an X80 Junior. Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Baby Pop X.
Okay, this
Again,
is making sense.
It's making sense, right? ORC Burning Shad. Pretty disgusting.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, everything makes sense
The
except for the
outline.
Mega Dog. Right.
Yeah.
Pop Max, of course.
That's already gone.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably gone. So, I forgot to mention, there is like a little bit of a gold pearl on the face, around the eyes. So, it's not just a clear color. It's got that pearl bone. It's a killer color. You guys know. Dog X Speed Slide. Okay, again, all
These are
things,
making sense.
all things that make sense, right? Giant Dog X.
I think they went with top water this.
I think they liked it. Pop X.
Top water this color.
Check this one out. This is probably already gone also. Karashi.
Oh my gosh. No. way.
Yeah. I wish they made 10 million of
Yeah,
that.
seriously.
That's over. And then here's what's cool. 110 Junior.
Ooh.
Of course, an Itovision 110.
No.
And then again, for the first time ever, a +1 Junior. Okay? So literally they did all 4 of the key 110s. The 110, the Junior, the +1, and the +1 Junior in the SK. They're gonna evaporate out. I hope the color speaks to you. I hope you guys love it. So there you go, scoop them up, available now. All right, Jeff, a little something special that I brought back from Japan.
Yep.
Not for you,
Oh.
for everybody.
Oh.
Okay, well, to the fast people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You got to be fast on this one.
All right, my buddy over at Bass Puzzle has created a custom Ghost Geisha grass piece just for you guys.
And it's beautiful.
And it is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
So I'm gonna take it out of the package. I'm gonna show this to you guys. We've been working on this color for a while. This is going to be available in 4 different sizes. Okay, so it's gonna be available in a 3/8 ounce, a 1/2 ounce, a 1/2 ounce mini blade, and a 3/4 ounce. Okay, so remember, if you guys are familiar with grass pieces, well, here, let me take one out and I'll break this down. So, Bass Puzzle, this is a one-guy show. Hikaru, one of the nicest guys you're ever gonna meet, just a cool, young, hip dude, couple little kids,
Yeah.
a wife.
He watched me eat raw chicken one time.
This is true. Yeah, he laughed at both of us eating raw chicken. He's basically been a lure builder his entire life and spent most of his, adult years kind of hand carving wooden balsa crankbaits. Had a very popular wooden balsa crankbait brand, but as a lot of you guys can imagine, impossible to support a family with that. So, he tinkered and created what's arguably probably the hottest bladed jig in Japan right now. Definitely one of the hottest ones here in our store. So usually when you guys think of a chatterbait blade jig, we think of the jackhammer. And the jackhammer is certainly gonna probably always be the staple for traditional, chatterbait style fishing. The grass piece is a little bit different. The blade's removed from the head and it's a custom built blade. The idea is by doing this, the blade is still going to go side to side, so you're still going to get that kind of, side to side shimmy, but You can fish at any speed. You can fish it slow, you can fish it incredibly fast, you can burn it. It comes through grass incredibly well. It's built for Lake Biwa. So Lake Biwa's got huge fish and a lot of vegetation. So it's designed to rip through grass. It has a big, gnarly, you know, nano-coated hook on there. So if you get a 10-pounder or 12-pounder, it's no problem. There's a hook designed to, you know, hook them and keep them. But the very special thing about this is the way it's built. This bait still has a shimmy fall on the paws. So with most bladed jigs, you rip them out of the grass and you pause, you know, they rip out of the grass and they just kind of flop over. This you can rip out of the grass and then it shimmy falls back down. So it continues to be moving and working and enticing, even on the pause, even on the lift and drop. Just so many things you can do with this. I'd recommend a Sakamata shad if you can find one. For the back of it, a 6-inch is ideal. 7-inch is great as well. But any fluke style bait or straight worm style bait really fits this. Paddle tails work fine as well. But here's the Ghost Geisha color. So if you're familiar with our custom colors here in shop, this is a color that we started with Teckel. We've done it in OSP. It's basically a blue pearl bottom that goes to a clear sparkle side that transitions to a purple pearl back. It's subtle. It's just a little hue shift from just a straight white. It's incredibly effective. It matches so many different trailers. You guys are gonna catch a ton of fish on this. The head's painted to match. I'm really happy with how this came out. So for now, it's a one-time offering. Hopefully we can have him make more again. He literally works 20 hours a day making these for you guys. So they pretty much, I think maybe like 10% of the pieces he makes stay in Japan and the rest come to us and usually fly out of here in a day. Okay, so I hope it speaks to you. I hope you enjoy. The 3/8 is going to be for fishing very slow or very high in the column. 1/2 ounce is going to be kind of your traditional size. The mini blade will allow you to have a little tighter vibration. You can go even faster. And then the 3/4 is going to actually fish similar to a 1/2 ounce jackhammer. Okay, so even though it's 3/4 of an ounce, the way it's set up, you know, a lot of guys like Kenta pull the skirt off and just put a, you know, Sakamata or something on. So play with it. Do whatever you want, but there you go. While supplies last, custom grass pieces from Bass Puzzle are available right now. Enjoy. All right, Jeff, I got something else special from Japan that I brought back. This is for you.
This is for me?
Yeah, you know, you're a good friend to me.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes when you see like the perfect gift, you know, oh yeah, dude, that's for him. That's it, right? Yeah. So I know you're a huge fan of Japan.
Yeah, I love Japan.
Huge fan of Japanese tackle.
Oh, I love that stuff,
right?
Dude.
And when I saw this, and this is a technique that I know you're big into, I'm like, oh, Jeff's got to have it. So, hold on, it's in this box somewhere. It's, no, it's not this. That, right? It's not a custom K9.
It's not that?
Is it? No,
it's definitely that.
It's not a custom TK. That's for me. It's not the headshot slide swimmer. Oh, here it is.
This is something probably
You might be the first one in the U.S. to have it, but this is for you. Here you go, Jeff.
What is this supposed to be?
It's a bug bait.
Oh, God.
And I just figured that you'd love, you know, the name is nice.
The name. Let me zoom in on the name and make sure folks at home can see that.
Yeah. Are you happy?
I'm appalled.
Well, here, it's a gift. It's for you. I love you, Jeff.
I could tell you were thinking about me when you...
Oh, I was. With a laugh. And I'm like, oh, Jeff's going to love this one.
This is a great gift. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, you could, you know, maybe above your fireplace or hang it on your wall.
By the way.
Crazy expensive.
Can we talk about it?
Yeah, stupid.
1,200 yen?
Yeah. It's, I don't know why, but there you go. Sometimes lost in translation works out to my favor.
Very.
Yeah, this was one of those cases.
It might not be lost in translation.
Right.
It might be.
Yeah, exactly.
It might be legit.
Well, enjoy your custom baits. I'm going to enjoy mine, okay?
Wait, can I get those?
All right, a brand new jerkbait offering from Nishine. Literally just landed minutes before we came on to you guys this morning. This is the brand new Erie 95 MD. Okay, so Nishine, Another one of those brands, just great people, great brand. The Erie 95 is their smaller sized jerkbait. The MD now gives you basically a deeper diving version of that bait. I'll take one out and then we'll just walk through the colors. So this is a super popular bait. You know, he lives on Lake Ontario, right? So he's, you know, a Great Lakes guy, a smallmouth guy, constantly building and tweaking the baits for, you know, smallmouth, but they of course work for largemouth as well. The Erie 95 MD is like the perfect size for smallmouth fishing. Obviously it's 95 millimeters, it's 11.2 grams, so it's 2/5 of an ounce, almost half an ounce. So, you know, you've got just a great all-around jerkbait in a deeper diver. So let's go through the colors. BPB smelt, ghost smelt, hologram smelt, gunmetal, black back gold, and BPB chartreuse shad. Okay, so there you go. If that speaks to you, you want to try out the latest bait from Nishine, those are available now. All right, Jeff, a bait that I know you love, I love as well, PB Rat.
That time of year.
We've got 3 new colors.
Okay.
Okay, now these are going to be available in 3-piece as well as 2-piece. I had some 2 pieces open, so I'm going to show those so we can see the colors. So there is a new brown with white belly.
Wow, that's really good.
Looks fire. Okay.
You really nailed it.
Yeah. So this is the new brown white belly color. There is also a new gray and white belly. It's more like a blue pearl belly,
Yeah.
but we're calling it gray and white. Okay. And then there is a new black with red eyes. That's what's new.
The
is
difference.
eye. Yeah.
I
The
gotcha.
eye. The tail's also half black, half red. Okay. So 3 new colors in 2-piece and 3-piece PB Rats available now. All right, Jeff, the long-awaited return of our hottest selling buzzbait of the year so far is here. Okay, the Teckel Maxqueaker is back. So this is our 3rd round. The first 2 rounds literally evaporated out of here. An absolutely amazing buzzbait. We've talked about it a lot, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time, but basically you have a bait that squeaks right out of the box. It has a built-in knocker if you want it to knock. It shreds and sheds a lot of grass so it doesn't clog us up as much and just catches fish. Okay, so there are 6 colors plus a new color.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm just going to go back through them. So there's white, there's black blue, there's solid black, chartreuse and white, bluegill, and shad. Okay, so those are the 6 colors. This week we are launching a brand new color, black with a gold blade.
I see.
Okay, so now you have 3 black options. You have the black blue with a silver blade, you have the solid black with a black blade, and now you have a black gold option. So those are available now if you want a Maxqueaker. Also, we got a huge restock this week of the Teckel Bladewaker. Okay, so we dropped a video this week showing how to use the Bladewaker and how dope the Bladewaker is. If you guys aren't using the Bladewaker, this is something that I would recommend adding to your arsenal. It's one of my favorite baits. It's great for cover. Okay, it wakes on the surface. It's basically a, you know, a bladed jig style wake bait in essence. So all the colors are back, plus we added a new color, bubblegum. Okay, so if that speaks to you, those are available now. All right, Jeff, a new item from our friends at Sigma. Okay, now this is a dude, I think this is one of the cooler guys in Japan. He's just
100%.
got this mystique, a vibe, like he knows he's a badass. He's been a Shimano pro forever, super famous fisherman on like Biwa, guide, and this is his own swimbait company, Signal. This is the Signal Kobuna. Okay, so it is a line through swimbait. This is basically like a panfish style swimbait. Okay, it comes in 3 colors. So this is the bluegill color. There's also a dark gill. Can you see those okay, or should I take them out of the package?
Great.
Okay, and then there's a gold shiner. Gold shiner's dirty. Okay, so I'm just gonna take one out to show you the bait. This is the one thing that I appreciate about Signal is it seems like he's always thinking about what the angler's actually needing, right? So his baits tend to be a great action. They tend to be a little bit softer, I would say.
Very.
So they have a very lively, very lifelike action. So here's how they come. Now, what I like about what he did with this line through is he left this tube for you to cut. A lot of guys like a longer tube. A lot of guys like a shorter tube. A lot of guys like to pull the tube out and just have it go through the plastic. So you can trim this down to anywhere you would like. It has just basically that nice bluegill profile. But it also comes pre-tested with a nail weight in the center. So every bait's gonna come like this. It's already pre-nailed, right? So you're just gonna attach your hook down here to the bottom, right? And it's gonna sit there. Now, it also comes with a little spring magnet piece in the box that you can twist into the bait, okay? So you can twist this, and there's a slit for it. You just twist this in. If you want it to have this magnet piece, you can twist it in. If you don't, then leave it out, okay? And then this way, when it's rigged, this hook is going to sit there, and it will hold right there on that magnet. So when it's coming through, everything is right there and tucked in. There's not a hook hanging down, which is kind of cool, okay? So there you go.
Pretty ridiculous, actually.
It's just
with the amount of stuff that comes with the bait. You already have a nail weight. You've got a magnet. It's a line through system. The customization of it.
Yep.
It's got a hook with a swivel on it.
With
so
a swivel.
Your line doesn't get all messed up.
Yep.
Casting it like, it's pretty cool.
Everything comes with it. $19.99.
Yeah.
So you know it's a pretty normal price, I would say. But for kind of this hand poured soft everything with it. So I think you guys will really dig this bait. By the way, this is a bait that I've been trying to get for like 3 years, okay?
Yeah.
So Signal does not produce a lot of baits. He's a very small company, and he's busy. He's guiding, he's doing, you know, pro staff stuff, he's traveling the world. So if it speaks to you, I would get it. Even if you're like, oh, next spring, that would be great. I'm not gonna have these next spring, okay? So I would pick them up. So there you go, the Kobuna from Signal, available now. Okay, while we are on things that you should pick up now, if you can. I had a bunch of these yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. I don't know if there's any left by the time you guys are gonna see this or not. But 5-inch Sakamata shads from Deps, we're back. There might still be a couple colors. Maybe check Pearl White, Champagne, Neon Pepper, maybe IU, something like that. But this has been the hottest strolling bait on the planet. So if you've been waiting, take a look. There might be some left. If you're wondering, well, what head works best on that? I really like the Horizon Head LG, either in the 2/0 or the 3/0 hook. I like the 2/0. A lot of guys like the 3/0, but those are a perfect combination for that 5-inch Sakamata. We also did a big restock on 4-inch. So we had these a couple weeks ago. They sold out. We brought a bunch of them back. So if you guys want to downsize to the 4-inch, we have all the key colors in that as well. You can do that same Horizon Head LG 1/0, but I find that LG hook is almost too big for the 4-inch, so I stay with the range roller on this one, okay? So if you're a stroller, and pretty much we're all strollers now, and you need some plastic, Sakamatas might be in stock by the time you get to this point. Okay. All right, speaking of soft plastic swim baits that evaporate out of here.
Oh, they're back.
I got them back, okay? So this is the OSP HP Fish. This was a new drop about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
One day. That's all they lasted. Gone. Okay. So this is the official second drop. I'm imagining it's going to be similar. Okay. So if you're curious, or if you picked them up before and you liked them, this is the chance to get them. This is the newest soft plastic swim bait concept from OSP called the HP Fish. So what you'll notice, it is a shad shaped swim bait that has this big giant bulbous wedge tail in the back. So similar, they kind of obviously inspired by like a Huddleston style tail, but a little bit different design. And what this bait is going to do is it's going to give you so much flexibility and options to do different things. You can fish it unweighted and fish it very slow, and that tail is just going to thump super hard back and forth. You can put it on a ball head and swim it. You can burn it. And that stabilizer fin on the bottom and that tail allow you to burn it really fast. You can fish it like a dipper. A lot of guys are using it as a swim jig trailer. That's how a lot of the guys on Biwa are fishing it. There's been some giants, like some 11s, 12s caught on swim jig with this as a trailer, so just giving a very natural look. You can stroll it, okay? So you can get it to have a little bit of body rock, but you're gonna have that subtle tail movement as well. You can fish it on a free rig, on and on and on and on. So tons of versatility for this bait. And it's in a bunch of colors, from whites to green pumpkins to pro blues. So there you go. The HP Fish from OSP, back in stock. Okay, while we're on OSP, this is kind of a funny one. You remember when we came out with the Blitz Magnum EXTR? In Dirty 30?
Yeah,
so it's a
fantastic color.
Color that I loved, color that I wanted in that deep diving crankbait. When the color finished, it's like, dude, I need that in a wake bait.
Okay.
So I had them make it in a Daibuzzin heavy hitter.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay, there.
The reason why it's funny is it's the only color in stock of Daibuzzin heavy hitter. So they literally did the whole production for this one color of Dirty 30. So the Daibuzzin heavy hitter, by the way, it's a great bait. Okay, so the Daibuzzin is available in a bunch of colors. The heavy hitter is just a louder version of it, but this is in our custom color.
I mean, if there was to be one color.
If there's gonna be one color, this is probably the color you need. So it's basically a pearl white. It's got a little bit of like a purplish red pearl hue to it. You've got that little Morning Dawn pink shad stripe. You've got, you know, the gills or scales. Is that what those are called? Scales?
Scales, yes.
Scales on top, little chartreuse on the face. And then you can hear, right, so this is a really loud wake bait that's just gonna create a lot of commotion as it goes through the water. But really happy with how it turned out. Excited to get my first wake bait custom color in the shop. So the OSP Daibuzzin heavy hitter in Dirty 30, those are available now. All right, while we are on OSP, Jeff, earlier this week I dropped a one-time limited offering of a new bag that OSP has created. This is called the Tool Bag 40. Okay, I don't know why 40, but it's a super sick bag. Okay, so this is available in 2 colors for this one time only. Okay, this is actually a bag that came out to market, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago in Japan, but they're so bulky that it took this long just to get them in, because they had to go on a nice ocean trip. So it's just not practical to keep doing them. So if it speaks to you, I would pick it up. It's got a hard bottom that's waterproof on the bottom, so it's also kind of a skid resistant bottom. So if you're putting it on like the deck of a boat, it's not going to slide around. If you put it in the dirt or on the mud, it's not going to allow water to seep up. It's this nice kind of, I don't even know the actual technical material, but it's that kind of plasticky waterproof material. You've got a shoulder strap if you're, you know, a guy that needs to throw it over your shoulder. It's got hand carry straps here. And then the lid has a little Velcro pop here. It's got 2 bands here that will prevent it from coming all the way down. This lid kind of wraps underneath, so it will prevent water from totally coming in. When you open up the inside, you've got a tool tray. Inside the tool tray, there's places to hang spinner baits, jigs. This is gonna be kind of like the baits you're using. You can put it in here to dry out. There's some sticky foam pads that you can hang baits on in there. And then when you take this out, it's a big open compartment that you can put a bunch of tackle in. I've even got another one, so it's available in black and it's available in white. And I wanted to show you how much you can store in this. Obviously, there's all kinds of, you know, loops and D-rings and different stuff on there. You can also attach other OSP bags that have snaps. So this is one of my favorite bags I use all the time that you can attach to the side. If you want to just load it with gear, I'll show you how I have this one loaded. It's got a bunch of the OSP tackle boxes in there. You could fit multiple OSP bags. There's 2 bags. There's, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 tool cases, toolboxes, right? So tons of room in there, a really cool bag. There's only about, I think we got 100 of each color. I think there's only about 20 or 30 of each left. So if it speaks to you, I'd pick it up $149.99 for that guy. Available now. All right, really quick, a quick restock to let you know about, but an important one. Okay, Jackal Japan. Now, Jackal having some struggles.
A little bit, yes.
Okay, so there are quite a few brands right now that are having some struggles over in Japan. A lot of it is a production issue, one of the biggest factories that a lot of the Japanese brands use went bankrupt.
Eesh.
So you're gonna see some slowdown in production from a lot of brands, okay? So if these next couple items I'm telling you about speak to you, I'd grab them and just make sure you have them. So up first, this is the Jackall Baby Giron, okay? So this is a super sick, very small profile bluegill bait. All the good key colors are back in this thing. It's a 7.8 gram, 61 millimeter sinking, just little small. Technically a glide bait. It's kind of in that Giron where it's designed to glide, but it's so small that basically it just kind of has this little shimmy to it, but super cool. And then staying small, we also see a return of the micro Pompaduar. So the Pompaduar, one of our better selling crawler style baits. The micro Pompaduar is going to give you that bait finesse type size. So now you get that real downsized ability. And again, all the key colors back in that guy from Jackal Japan. All right, Jeff, let's jump over to our friends at Lucky Craft.
Yep.
Okay. I would say without question the best selling square bill in my store is the LC 1.5.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I would say probably the best selling Japanese square bill in the world is probably the LC 1.5.
100%.
Yeah. So it's been a staple for years and years. Now Lucky Craft makes a larger version called the LC 2.5.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now,
Oh.
we're moving on up, baby.
Oh.
This is your speed.
Thank
You
God.
said you like things to get bigger.
Okay.
Okay. LC 3.5.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, the 3.5 is going to be in several of the key colors. So you have colors like Pearl Threadfin Shad, Teal Craw, my favorite, Gizzard Shad, BE Gill, Flake Flake, Kabuki Gill. Okay, so the 3.5 is going to be a 75 millimeter or 3 inch, 20 gram. So you're almost at 3/4 of an ounce here on the 3.5. So if you need just a little bit bigger profile now that we're kind of into summer and we're getting some of the bigger bait that's moving shallow, this could be a great one. If you're still thinking to yourself, oh, those are wussy baits.
Yeah, yeah.
When are
that's
they
what
gonna
I'm
make
thinking.
something bigger?
Yeah.
Man size.
Ugh.
Okay.
Oh my God.
How about the 4.5?
Okay.
Okay. So here you go, the LC 4.5. Now the 4.5 is also going to be available in a bunch of the same colors. Didn't make it in the Gizzard Shad. I don't know. The one that would have made the most sense, but you still have T.O. Crawl, you got American Shad, you got Pearl Threadfin Shad, B.E. Gill, right? And the cool thing about the 4.5 is you get the traditional silent square bill and you get
No way.
the DRS version.
Ooh.
Okay, so if you want a loud one knocker in the DRS, you got the deep rattle sound, or you have the traditional silent. Okay. And if you're thinking to yourself, man, that's still kind of child play. Oh,
Nope.
I should spec this
Yeah,
out. By the way,
please.
this is 80 millimeters, so it's about 5 millimeters bigger than the 3.5, 23 grams. Okay, so you're 3 grams more, so you're just moving on up.
Okay.
Now, if you're like, man, I need an even bigger
Come on.
LC,
Come
and I want it to
on,
go
man.
deeper.
Yeah. You
Okay.
got something for me? Yeah, you do.
The LC 5.5 D20.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a real man's crack.
So this is a 5.5, so a 90 millimeter. Okay, so now we're 5 millimeters bigger. 46 grams. Okay, so we've jumped all the way. Yeah.
Doubled it.
Yeah, we
away.
doubled it. So we're almost to 2 ounces. An ounce and 5/8 in a 5.5 20-foot diver.
That is a crank.
Okay, so now you've got a man's bait. So these are going to be in the silent, right? Weighted in the front, they're going to have a very sharp dive, but they have a wide bill, so they're going to have a wider wobble. So it's going to be similar to like a 8XD type wobble. So you've got 4 colors. You have chartreuse shad, ghost minnow, citrus, and then teal sharp blue. Okay, so at least they did them in the right colors.
Really good colors.
Usually when there's 4 colors, like I don't know where those came from, but at least they chose well. So there you go. If you're a fan of Lucky Craft, a fan of Lucky Craft crankbaits, some exciting options for upsizing this week from them. All right, while we are on our friends at Lucky Craft, some restocks to let you guys know about. Some of these colors we haven't seen in a really long time, okay? So, Pointer 100s. I know a lot of you guys are huge fans of this bait, as am I.
Yep.
But this bait has a lot of game this time of the year, especially up north. So some key colors like Clear Lake Hitch, the trouts are back, Northern Perch, Light Hitch, so those return. LV 500s. Would have been nice to have some of these colors a couple months ago. But Cowboy Girl, the bluegills, Ghost Baby Bluegill, Baby Bluegill, MS Chartreuse Shad, those types of colors are back from them as well. All right, same thing with Pointer 78, plus we see some new colors. Okay, so this is a super popular summertime jerkbait, a great one to fish over grass in shallower water. So I'm going to kind of walk through these, but the perch colors are back. So Northern Yellow Perch, Roar Green Perch, those return. French Pearl returns. Live Purple Chartreuse Wakasagi returns. Ghost Baby Bluegill returns. And we see some new colors. I've got Pearl Wakasagi returns. Zebra Lime Chartreuse. When I first heard this color, I thought that was going to be stupid, but it actually looks fire.
Not bad.
It's matte. It's got a little bit of like flash on the gill. I'm into it. And then NC Ghost Minnow, which is a color they started doing in some other baits. It's just a matte Ghost Minnow.
It looks really good.
Is available in the 78. It looks really good in that one as well. So those are available from Lucky Craft. All right, Jeff, and then going the opposite way of what we just did with the crankbaits, some new colors in Bevy Pencil 60. So this is the little bait finesse walking bait from Lucky Craft. Just to spec it out for you guys, it's 60 millimeters, obviously. It's 3.7 grams, so you're about 1/8 of an ounce. But we see some really cool color additions. So NC French Pearl Sakura looks killer in that. MS Ghost Wakasagi is a new one. You have MH Chartreuse Shad, you have Ghost IU, and then you have Silver Cheek Ghost Minnow. So 5 new colors in the Bevy Pencil 60 from Lucky Craft. And then we also have those same colors in the Bevy Shad 50. Okay, so this is in the suspending version. So there you go, the NC French Pearl Sakura, Silver Cheek Ghost Minnow, MS Ghost Wakasagi, MH Chartreuse Shad, and the little Bevy Shad 50. All right, Jeff, 3 new colors from Eisvogel in the Avido 190. This is a relatively new brand out of Japan. The bait's starting to get some traction. More and more guys are throwing it. Still not popular, but starting to get some traction. So 3 new colors showing that, a couple of shads and a trout pattern. The Eisvogel basically has a joint that you can tweak. So there's 2 different settings on the joint. So you could have a tight movement or a wide movement on there, so you get a couple of different options. So, and then there's also 2 different tails. Okay, so there's 2 different tails that you can use with a different joint to just give the bait different actions if you want to chop it hard or you want to have more of a lazy swim. So kind of an interesting bait, priced well. Those are new. There's also a new bait offering from them. There's a new lipless. Okay, it's funny that we're coming into summer and we've had so many lipless baits offered. But this is the Re Versi Vib. Okay, so Re Versi kind of sounds like reverse.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a little bit confusing maybe, but it's actually Versi for versatile.
Oh, okay.
And Re standing for like refined.
Refined.
Okay, so it is a 1 knocking sound. Right, so it's got a really nice sound to it. It's designed to be balanced so that it can be burned. It has upright posture on lift and drop. Basically just tried to make like just a great all-around lipless bait. Okay, so it might be worth trying. It's a nice size. There's a bunch of colors that make sense. There's some shads, there's some golds. there's some sharp blues, there's some shinies, there's some mattes. So a little bit of everything. Let me spec it out for you guys so you know what it is. 60 millimeters, and it's 18 grams. So it's a small lipless that's got a lot of weight to it, so you're gonna have good castability. So there you go, might be worth checking out. That's the Re Versi Vib from Eisvogel. All right, and then two more pretty cool offerings from Eisvogel. Kind of a big week for them. So they have a new soft plastic bait out called the Wavee. Okay, so it is essentially kind of a minnow shaped bait. You can see it's in all kinds of different colors, from whites to Ayus to Wakasagis to natural type colors. Okay, and the Wavee is a 3-inch bait. I've got an open pack here. I'll show it to you. It is a 3-inch bait that's got a solid nose, but then it's got a hollow body. Okay, so the whole body is hollow back there. It's got kind of a 3-prong tail to just give a nice little quiver. So you can use this on a drop shot. You can use this in traditional, you know, hover rig type situations. However you would normally use a small bait like this, it should play for you guys. Right now, here's the other cool thing. Eisvogel also, this is interesting for me. So forward-facing sonar, you know, obviously kind of a topic that's divisive, right?
Yep.
What's not super exciting is it's not super exciting for me to see brands making, like, just rushing to market to hurry up and make baits for forward-facing sonar when they're not really spending a lot of time like developing them. Right now, some brands like Lucky Craft did the, you know, the new Stacy and the Lightning Pointer. They've been working on for, you know, 4 years since live sonar has been out, right? Well, this is kind of an interesting thing that I wish more brands would do. It's a little gimmicky kind of thing that you can add to baits for your live sonar fishing. Okay, so this is the Eisvogel Live Sinker. Okay, now these are going to come in 4 different sizes, but you'll notice that the sizing is very, very light. A 0.15 gram, a 0.3 gram, a 0.45 gram, and a 0.6 gram. Right, so they're very light, very small. Well, the idea behind these, here, I've got an open pack. I was playing with this just a little bit ago. Is that this is kind of a like lightweight aluminum. I hate to even call it a weight. It's kind of just an aluminum piece. Okay, so they're going to come shaped almost like an arrow. Okay, and you'll notice there's a hole in one section. Now, you can use these with their Wavee, or you can put them in any bait that you're using. So if you're using Sakamata shads, you're using worms, whatever. The idea with this bait is that you insert it. If you insert it this way, so arrow in, it's going to, as the bait flashes, there's more of this metal for the live sonar to pick up, so your bait shows up easy. So if you're throwing small baits, a lot of times it's hard to see it, especially like on a hover stroll. So by inserting the metal, you're not adding a ton of weight to it, but you're giving it a lot more body on the inside that's allowing the sonar to pick it up. You can also insert it vertically, like this, and by inserting it vertically, you've now changed kind of the pendulum of the bait to give it more stroll. So more left to right movement, okay? And you can lock that in place with those little wires and bands that come in there. So it's kind of a gimmicky thing, but it's kind of interesting. So if you use it with this Wavee, you literally, there's a little insert in the back. You can just shove it in the front of the bait, right? And then now you've got this little piece of metal back there that's just giving more for that live sonar to pick up. And then you can alter it and move it in different ways and then lock it in position however you want. So if you want to have more roll, less roll, tighter, whatever. So kind of a cool little gimmicky thing. It's only a few bucks, so it might be worth playing with. See if it has any effect, but that is the new item from Eisvogel. All right, and finally, Jeff, just a restock notice to let you guys know about on the bait finesse side, okay? From Shimano Japan, the Calcutta Conquest Bait Finesse is back in both right hand and left hand. Okay, so we've had the Aldebaran BFS in stock. Now the Conquest BFS comes back. This is the reel that I use for the most part. I go back and forth between the Aldebaran and this, but anytime I'm using a more traditional rod, which helps me segment into the Megabass Huntsman. We also see a return of the 5.3 Huntsman, which is the most popular size in this. So these are back as well. This is going to give you that traditional kind of wood pistol grip. The Conquest on top is a great option. So if you guys are looking to kind of up your bait finesse game and really elevate your rod or your reel, those are both back this week from Shimano and Megabass. All right, guys, that is a wrap for this week. Some super dope things in there. I hope you guys enjoyed. Jeff, do you have a favorite item? I mean, other than my gift, which is a no-brainer.
Which was amazing. It has to be the grass piece in the custom color. That thing is sick.
It's dirty.
It's really sick.
And, you know, it's really dope to get a bait that's still pretty limited.
Yeah.
That's newish.
Yeah.
That works.
Oh, yeah.
And you know that you're supporting a little guy. You're supporting a guy that's a grinder, right? So it's supporting him, his family, his ability to keep doing everything is pretty sick. So I'm stoked with that. I'm super stoked with the SK Respect, but that's one of my favorite colors. It's clear, so of course it speaks to me.
Anything clear, this guy is
right. I love it. Oh, clear? Yes. Some people like the 52 shades of every color paint on there. I never got it. Like, make it clear. I catch it. Yeah. So, guys, if you have questions on anything that we covered today that I forgot, or from riggings to colors to availability or anything, drop it down below and I will get answers for you. Jeff will put links to all the products, down below in the description. And on behalf of myself and Jeff and everybody here at the Hookup Tackle, guys, thank you for giving us time on your Sunday mornings. Cheers to you. Thank you for drinking with me so I don't feel like I'm just some bum alky in front of the camera, because Jeff never drinks. So cheers to you guys. I hope you're fishing. I hope you're catching big ones. Go hug your family. Drink a delicious cold Orion if you can find one. We'll see you again next week. Be safe this week, guys. If you're traveling for 4th of July, be safe. Cheers. Peace. See you next week, guys.